Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. I'm not gonna lie, this one kind of flew under the radar for me, but I mean it's no surprise why when you know, he's quite meme worthy, and that is running my boy SSBE under the 200% lead from the margin Vegeta. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot to like even do a video on him, but considering how wonky he is, maybe I can forgive myself for forgetting about this boy. But yeah, he is level 10 links. He is only 55%, so you're kind of seeing what you can do almost at the bare minimum. But level 10 links, under a 200% lead, surely he can be better than he already is, right? He's already memed enough. Surely he's gonna be noticeably better, you know? So we're gonna have him of course on rotation with the Easy A transforming SSBE, who we've already tried on the 200% lead, who's amazing at level 10 links. We bring in this God Vegeta, who I wish was like the LR Goku Vegeta, so we could have that godly power link active. And then I've got UI here purely because he shares the last two links SSBE needs with godly power and legendary power. If it was during the year 7 anniversary, I could, as I said, run the LR Goku and Vegeta, who could probably handle the last two links, but unfortunately we're not quite there yet. We're not quite there yet. But before we do hop into it, if you haven't been enjoying the content, don't forget to drop a like and also subscribe if you do. I see you guys. We're up to 150 subs. Let's keep pushing. I'm going to keep grinding. Let's keep pushing for higher heights. But yeah, let's hop in, see what my boy can do under 200% lead. And hopefully he's performing a lot better than he already does. Alright guys, here we are. We do have him on rotation immediately with the transforming SSBE. So we're actually kind of good to go already on kind of the standard rotation. I've already said, while using the Easy A transforming SSBE, this would probably be one of my favorite rotations in the game. I mean, not only is it double Jeets, but also it probably would be one of my favorite rotations in the game and one of the better rotations in the game. Just if SSBE had more consistent damage reduction rather than having to build it up every single turn he comes back, because then you have like a great slot 1 unit with almost a perfect slot 2 unit in Easy A transforming SSBE, and that's just not what we have. Always shagging my boy SSBE every time. In fact, not even SSBE, always shagging my boy Jeets at every turn. So we have pretty much every link you're gonna have active, you know, probably 75% of the time. You know, majority of these links, the ones you may be missing is godly power and legendary power, which at level 10 godly power you're lacking attack plus 15% and a chance of performing a critical hit plus 5%, which is actually quite nice. You know, it's not a lot, but an extra 5% on a unit that I have at 55% of the dupe system, not going to complain. The legendary power, we're missing out on attack plus 15% when performing a super attack, but other than that, we have everything else active, from Prodigies, which at level 10 is attack plus 15%, Royal Lineage, key plus 2 and attack plus 5%, Prepared for Battle, key plus 2 and attack and defense plus 5%, TOP, key plus 3 and attack and defense plus 7%, and the big one, Fierce Battle, which giving us attack plus 20%. So turn 1, 329k attack stat. I don't doubt my boy's numbers are going to be good. It's just, as I said, that inconsistent damage reduction really is gonna, it's really gonna hurt him, and that's not gonna change until he eventually gets an Easy A, which who knows when that might end up coming, considering the year 4 LRs got Easy A during the year 7 anniversary. So there is that. So yeah, 329k attack stat, which turn 1 is very nice, and 178k defense. Look at Easy A transforming SSBE with a 379k attack stat, and then SSBE with 329k attack stat. That's how good Easy A transforming SSBE is. Let's give him some warps. What are we saying now? 648k attack stat. It's looking pretty good. As I said, I don't doubt my boy's numbers are going to be very good. It's just the damage reduction is where it really lets him down. So 3.8 million. Don't forget as well, we're missing 2 attack links in legendary power and godly power. And he's only 55% of the dupe system. This is a unit that would really benefit with dupes, which unfortunately, I mean, hopefully in the year 7 anniversary, hopefully we can get some dupes of the year 6 LRs, but hopefully it doesn't come at the cost of pulling the new LRs. But you know, on a 200% lead team, as I said, I don't doubt his numbers are going to be good. You know, he's getting 150% attack and defense, you know, at the start of turn. He does have the damage reduction, but again, the inconsistency of having to build that up every turn really does hurt him. Like, he could be so good defensively. It's not even, you know, damage reduction. That's like 50%, you know, it's not guard, it's not literally like he would be taking absolutely nothing, like no matter what event he goes into, which is why one of the major reasons it still really baffles me as to why they made the damage reduction so inconsistent as it is. Because he gets 10% damage reduction, and like literally at the start of turn, which to be fair, I mean, damage reduction is damage reduction, it's nice, but 10% isn't going to do you a whole lot. Maybe if his defense was a bit higher, but it's not. And then he gets an additional damage reduction of 10% within the same time of each attack received, up to 30%. That's in total 40% damage reduction, which 40% damage reduction on top of attack and defense plus 150 is good. I mean, we've seen units like EZA Future Gohan with like 58% damage reduction turn 4. Yes, it takes a few turns to get to it, but he has like damage reduction before that. Probably less than, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's, yes, less than Jeets when he's fully built up. For the turn at least. But once you hit turn 4, EZA Future Gohan has like 58% damage reduction or like 50% damage reduction along those lines, right? And, you know, as long as you have less HP remaining, he has more defense. But that's 58% damage reduction with like, you know, if you're doing a hard event, a lot of the time, you're going to be having, you know, trying to maintain your health. So you might not be having the biggest defense buff from his passive. And he tanks so well. So it really confuses me as to why they made Jeets here have to constantly build it up every turn, and it's not even like 58% damage reduction, it's 40 altogether. So I don't know, it's a little bit weird. And then you look at the Dokkan Fest Int Margin Vegeta we got for Saiyan Day, and you know, if you bring Trunks along, he has 50% damage reduction with attack and defense plus 180%, along with getting extra defense on super attack. So I don't know, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird how they done my boy so dirts with the inconsistent damage reduction, because, I mean, if you didn't want him to have the damage reduction at all times, because maybe you think he'll be a little bit too OP'd, you know, with a high chance of performing a crit on super attack, the built-in additionals, then maybe you could have added a turn restriction, just like EZA Future Gohan, maybe like turn 3, turn 4, is when he gets his full damage reduction and keeps it. That would have been so much better. But, you know, instead we have to build it up every single time, which does put him at risk. Even on a 200% lead team, it's still going to put him at risk, which is really disappointing. But with every single link active, we do have a 362k attack stat right now, 178k defense. As I've already said, I never doubted his numbers being good. And I never doubted his numbers are also going to get better on the 200% lead team. That's just, as a standard, going to happen. We're probably not going to be able to super attack right now because EZA SSBE is probably going to kill Goku right now. But he's a good unit. It's just the wonky damage reduction really does hurt him overall, especially when it comes to harder events. And even a 200% lead team isn't gonna... It's not going to save that. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to save that. You know, he still has built-in additionals, which is great. He still has the built-in crit, which is also great. But the building up of the damage reduction, as I said, it just really does hurt him, again, especially in harder events, because you need that damage reduction. Otherwise, I mean, you've probably seen it if you've used them. If you're an ESBR, LRSSB can take some serious damage, especially at 55% prior to building up his damage reduction. Like, literally, that first 10% isn't doing a whole lot, and if you get supered, you're going to be taking some serious damage. You may not die, but you're going to be taking a huge amount of damage. And then also, you know, you're going to be taking some extra hits after that, and you may get super attacked again. And then, you know, by then, hopefully you had enough health to survive to build up the remainder of his damage reduction. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. So again, we do have all links active right now. Annoying thing is, I think EZA SSB is probably going to kill Goku here. I want to wait to use the active, but you know, we can't seem to get all links active without Goku almost being dead. And of course, once we get the active skill off as well, he does cause mega colossal damage to all enemies. Actually, getting his active skill off isn't actually that important because he doesn't get any boost after using it. He just does damage with it. Yeah, see, I knew EZA transforming SSB was going to kill Goku, but it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, it still baffles me even to this day why why they would make his damage reduction just so inconsistent. I don't know. It's just, I guess it's just the Vegeta shaft. It's the shaft they constantly give my boy, and I just don't understand why. You know, him and Goku are almost identical to each other, except Goku's thing is evading and dodging, and Vegeta's thing is damage reduction and tanking. And they gave Goku a 70% chance to dodge, which is ridiculously good. But you gave my boy one key damage reduction that he has to build up every turn. So I don't know what kind of happened there, apart from the typical Vegeta shaft. I'm not gonna lie. Other than that, they pretty much do the same thing. Built-in additional, built-in crit, attack and defense plus 150 at the start of turn. You know, things like that. The revival mechanic, both have an active skill. So I don't know. I really do not know what happened there. I'm not gonna lie. As I said, it must have been the typical Vegeta shaft. So we have him with all links active once again. Hopefully, I mean, this time, Easy A transforming SSBE shouldn't be killing Goku. Type disadvantage, not to mention, has pretty much almost full health. We should be good. So we have 362k attack stat. He's already been putting out some pretty good numbers on Super, you know, like 3.8 million, close to 4 mil. As I said, on the 200% lead, I don't doubt he's going to be putting out some good numbers. His defense gets a little bit better. You know, the one key damage reduction doesn't help, but, you know, his numbers are pretty decent, again, especially because my cheats is only 55% in the dupe system. So, you know, about close to a 4, like very close, literally borderline, 4 million attack stat is still pretty good. Obviously, this is a unit that does really do need dupes. But as I said before, unfortunately we haven't managed to pull any yet, maybe in the 7-year anniversary. But with all links active, we're looking at a 4.3 million attack stat. Now at 55%, that's pretty good considering the unit came out literally almost a year ago. And also has built-in additional and built-in crit. So, just over a 4 mil attack stat under a 200% lead with level 10 links is pretty good with all links active. Again, especially with a built-in additional and crit and only 55% in the dupe system. So the last rotation, of course, I want is the rotation with support. It's kind of annoying that you can't have all of his links active and have the support off, but you know, it's still okay. But we are missing some pretty good attack links in legendary power and godly power. You know, that's attack plus 15% and attack plus 15% again. That's an attack plus 30% we're missing out on. So yeah, that is a bit of a miss. We've got the transformation with Easy A SSBE, which is kind of neither here nor there, but you know, we've got it. Such a good unit. And we've got the rotation with support again. His active skill isn't important, but you know, it's there. So with the support, we have a 382k attack stat, 206k defense. If we could have all links active with support, you're looking at a 400k attack stat, which is pretty good, and literally probably like 220k defense, which again is really nice. Maybe actually a bit more. So it's pretty nice on support, and again, having like 200k defense while trying to build up his damage reduction is actually very handy, because it makes him less of a risk. But you know, still, how often are you going to be running, you know, support units while you know, doing harder events in the game? As I said, he is a good unit, and his numbers are very nice under a 200% lead, especially with level 10 links, even at 55%. But, as I said, defensively, in harder events like ESBR, Goku, GT Goku event, even though he can handle himself in Vegeta and GT Goku event, it's mad to say that Year 6 LR, you're going to have to be slightly careful with him at stages, and I have no doubt that he probably won't be able to handle Red Zone eventually when it comes on Global. 4.3 mil. It's still pretty good. Again, at 55%, it's pretty good. But the numbers he puts out were never going to be an issue. They were never going to be an issue. Vegeta's thing was being tanky, was being bulky, having damage reduction while putting out some good numbers at the time for the Year 6, you know, portion of Dokkan. And we were kind of robbed of that. Because of the inconsistent damage reduction. It really does hurt him. He definitely won't be able to handle Red Zone. And even at some points, as I said, which is mad to say, you do have to be careful with him. Even on a 200% lead team, if you do have dupes in him under a 200% lead, you're probably going to get away with a little bit more, especially having, you know, extra attack and especially having extra defense while building up your damage reduction. But he's definitely a unit that does benefit with dupes, even under the 200% category lead, even under a 200% category buff. Which is crazy to say because this is a unit that isn't even a full year old yet. But as I said, that's where the shaft came in for the wonky damage reduction. Let me know if you think of him down in the comments. He's still good. He's still decent, but defensively, because of the inconsistent damage reduction, it really, really, really hurts him. Like I said, let me know what you think down in the comments. I'll see you next video, guys, and peace.